Hello, Yankees Nation. Welcome back to your ultimate destination for everything New York Yankees. If you breathe Yankees baseball, if pinstripes run through your veins, then you're in the right place. And hey, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a single breaking update from the Bronx Bombers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is not just another update. No, today, we dive deep into something that could shape the very future of the Yankees franchise. We're talking about the 2025 Major League Baseball Draft event where the next generation of Yankees legends could emerge. Will this be the draft that brings the next Derek Jeter, the next Aaron Judge, the next Mariano Rivera into our clubhouse? Will the Yankees front office make bold, game-changing moves, or will they play it safe in a crucial year for the team's future? Stay tuned, because we're about to break down not only what's at stake in this draft, but also the historical significance it holds for our beloved Yankees. Trust me, you won't want to miss a second of this. So, without wasting another moment, let's dive right in. Get ready, Yankees fans, because we are just days away from one of the most anticipated events in the baseball calendar, the 2025 Major League Baseball Draft. The air is thick with anticipation, and here at your favorite Yankees channel, we're diving deep into what this draft could mean for our beloved team. You've seen the mock drafts, read the analyses, and perhaps even projected a few picks yourself. But today, we're taking a different approach. We're not just looking forward, we're looking back. Way back, to uncover the hidden gems and surprising stories behind the Yankees' first two available slots in the 2025 draft. Due to some significant tax and free agent signing penalties, the Yankees hold the 39th and 103rd overall picks this year. Now, these aren't the flashy, high-hype, early selections that dominate the headlines. You might think, can you really find game-changers outside the top 10 or 20? And the answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. History has shown us that incredible talent can emerge from these very slots. We're going to explore the fascinating history of these picks and see what patterns, if any, we can uncover that might shed light on the Yankees' strategy this year. Let's kick things off with the 39th overall pick. When you look at the history of this selection, one name immediately jumps out as a literal all-time great, though it comes with a significant caveat. In 1982, the San Francisco Giants made headlines by selecting none other than Barry Bonds with the 39th pick. This was the 11th selection of the second round that year. Regardless of the steroid allegations that have shadowed his career, Bonds remains an undeniable all-time great player. He holds the career home run record and is second only to Babe Ruth on the Fangraphs wins above replacement career leaderboard. An incredible talent to come out of the 39th spot, right? However, and this is the caveat, Bonds did not sign with the Giants after being drafted there. In 1982, he was drafted straight out of high school. The reason he didn't sign? The Giants wouldn't offer him an additional $5,000. Can you imagine? $5,000 preventing the Giants from signing a future all-time legend? Bonds instead chose to attend Arizona State. He later improved his draft stock, becoming the number 6 overall pick in 1985, when he then signed with the Pirates. San Francisco had to wait several more years for another shot at signing Willie Mays' godson, eventually getting him in free agency. It just goes to show you how pivotal and sometimes frustrating the draft process can be. Now, while there's a bit of a drop-off after Barry Bonds in terms of sheer historical impact from the 39th pick, there have still been some pretty good Major League Baseball players who have emerged from this slot. If we sort by baseball reference wins above replacement, the recently retired Lynn is the next best career among players picked there, boasting 30.0 BWAR. Lynn, who was taken by the St. Louis Cardinals out of the University of Mississippi, had a very nice career, even if his Yankee stint didn't go ideally. He'll likely be most remembered for his time with the Cardinals, where he was one of the best pitchers in baseball from 2019 to 2021, finishing in the top 6 in Cy Young voting in all 3 seasons. That's consistent, high-level pitching coming from the 39th pick. Another player who had a solid overall career, though not with the Yankees, and was selected 39th, is masher Joey Gallo, who accumulated 15.6 BWAR. Just ahead of Gallo and behind Lynn is another slugger, Baylor, who was the American League Most Valuable Player in 1979 and put up 28.5 career B-WAR. These are all players who had significant impacts in the major leagues, proving that the 39th pick is far from a throwaway. The Yankees themselves have held the 39th overall pick twice in their history. In 1965, they selected Oklahoma high school shortstop Danny Thompson, but he didn't sign. Then, in 1984, they drafted Oral Roberts University outfielder Keith Miller. Miller did sign with the team, but his contract was voided after a knee injury was discovered. Miller later signed with and made the majors with the Mets, ultimately playing 9 years for various teams as a utilityman. Even with the Yankees' past challenges at this pick, the potential for solid talent is clearly there. Among more recent picks, Robby Snelling, the number 39 pick in 2022, was considered a top 100 prospect in baseball as recently as 2024. The 21-year-old is still considered among the best in the Marlins organization, representing the continued potential of this pick. We just finished exploring the 39th overall pick and its surprisingly rich past. Now, let's shift our focus to the Yankees' second available slot, the 103rd overall pick. The 103rd overall pick doesn't quite have as illustrious a history as the 39th, but it has produced some notable players, including one chosen by our very own Yankees. The best player, according to Baseball Reference wins above replacement, to come from this pick is right-handed pitcher Eric Plunk, selected by the Yankees in 1981. Plunk put up 13.5 career B-WAR and was famously involved twice in trades with the Athletics for none other than Rickey Henderson. Imagine that, a pick from the 103rd slot being a key piece in trades for a Hall of Famer. It just goes to show that even later picks can have significant value, whether on the field or as trade assets. The Yankees have selected at the 103rd slot a couple of other times in their history, but unfortunately, none of those other selections made it to the major leagues. The most recent instance was Michael O'Neill, nephew of Yankees legend Paul O'Neill, in 2013. A University of Michigan product, the younger O'Neill played 7 seasons in the minors, 4 of those with New York, but he never managed to reach the big leagues. This highlights the inherent uncertainty of the draft, especially in later rounds. Even with a familiar name and family pedigree, making it to the show is incredibly difficult. However, the most notable recent selection at number 103 is Coby Mayo, who is currently with the Orioles organization. While this former prep standout hasn't quite managed to crack it at the big league level yet, Mayo is still considered a blue-chip prospect at age 23. He was a consensus top 30 prospect heading into this season, with both MLB.com and Baseball Prospectus ranking him as high as number 14 in all of baseball. This is a prime example of the long-term potential that can be found in these later picks. It's not always immediate gratification. Sometimes, it's about nurturing talent over several years. Coby Mayo represents the type of high-upside player teams hope to find, even outside the first few rounds. His development is definitely one to watch, and it underscores why these picks are still so important for building a sustainable future for the team. Of course, it's crucial to understand the reality of the Major League Baseball draft. If you look at the history of these picks, both the 39th and the 103rd, you'll find that the vast majority of players either didn't make it to the major leagues at all or didn't have a significant impact upon reaching them. This isn't unique to these specific picks. It's the reality for pretty much every Major League Baseball draft pick. The draft is an inexact science, a series of educated guesses and calculated risks. But that doesn't mean it's not exciting, nor does it mean there won't be some good gambles made this Sunday. The Yankees scouting department and front office will be poring over countless hours of video, statistics, and character assessments to find the right fits for the organization. They'll be looking for players who not only have the raw talent, but also the mental fortitude and work ethic to navigate the challenging path through the minor leagues to the ultimate goal of playing in Yankee Stadium. Every pick is a gamble, but some gambles pay off in a big way. All right, Yankees Nation, let's wrap up our discussion on the Yankees' 2025 MLB draft strategy and their roster situation. We've explored the intriguing history of the 39th and 103rd picks, seen the occasional superstar, and the more frequent yet still valuable contributors they've produced. Now, let's connect this to the current state of our beloved Yankees. When we consider the players who might be targets for the Yankees at these picks, we can look at some of the names being discussed in draft circles. For instance, at or around the 39th pick, we might see players like J.B. Middleton, a right-handed pitcher from Southern Miss, who is ranked around 42nd. This pick could also represent the floor for prospects like Andrew Fisher and potentially Dax Kilby. Other possibilities for the Yankees in this range include Max Bellew, Michael Oliveto, and A.J. Russell. Additionally, some collegiate players who might go right after this slot and could still be targets include Anthony Ianson, Charles Davilan, and Malachi Witherspoon. Further down the board, for later picks, we should keep an eye on Ethan Rogers, Matt Ferrara, and Sam Horn. These are the kinds of names that could become the next Eric Plunk or, dare to dream, the next Lance Lynn. The front office will be meticulously evaluating these prospects to find the ones that best fit the Yankees system and future needs. Speaking of current needs, let's take a quick look at the Yankees roster. Our active roster boasts a formidable rotation, featuring Carlos Rodon, Max Fried, Marcus Stroman, and Will Warren. In the bullpen, we have a strong lineup with Luke Weaver as the closer, supported by Devin Williams, Mark Leiter Jr., Tim Hill, J.T. Brubaker, Ian Hamilton, Jonathan Loaisiga, Scott Effross, and Javian Sandridge, who is currently in the minors. Behind the plate, we have Austin Wells, J.C. Esquera, and Ben Rice. At first base, our options are Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger, and Ben Rice. Second base is covered by Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Oswald Peraza. For third base, we have Oswald Peraza, DJ LeMahieu, who is currently designated for assignment, and Jazz Chisholm Jr., Anthony Volpe, and Oswald Peraza are holding down shortstop. In the outfield, our left fielders include Jason Dominguez, Cody Bellinger, and Aaron Judge. Center field is manned by Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Jason Dominguez. And in right field, we have Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton. Finally, our designated hitters are Giancarlo Stanton and Ben Rice. Now, let's not forget about our players on the injured list who are working hard to get back on the field. The depth of our roster, both active and recovering, will certainly influence our draft strategy as we look to build for both the immediate future and long-term success. So, as we head into the 2025 MLB Draft, the Yankees have a unique opportunity. While their picks aren't at the very top, history shows that true talent can be unearthed at picks 39 and 103. The goal, as always, is to find those players who will not only fill current needs but also become the cornerstones of future championship teams. The draft is a testament to the ongoing cycle of talent acquisition and development in baseball, and for the Yankees, it's another chance to strengthen our roster and continue our pursuit of glory. What are your thoughts, Yankees Nation? Who do you hope the Yankees target in the draft? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow Yankees fans. Until next time, stay tuned and go Yankees.